Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and we have our first original movie back in theaters. Russell Crowe is back to try and save the movie industry with Unhinged. He can happen to anyone. Ha 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 ha. Look, this is my type of movie. I got to be honest. This is a crazy revenge action movie. Feels like one of the movie lost out of the 1990s. I enjoyed this movie, but is it worth going to the theaters? Maybe. It depends how you feel about it all. All I ask is that if you go, you put on one of these, the Popcorn Planet face mask. That's right. What an opportunity to sell my custom face mask, which you guys can do at the Popcorn Planet Teespring store. Usually it's down below in the video. Hopefully it'll be back, but Teespring had an integration problem, so I'll pin the comment. You can check the first comment down below. When you leave a comment, check out the pinned comment and then leave one down below it. But the pinned comment will show you all the t-shirts you can buy. We just dropped a new Movie World t-shirt for my movie channel. That's like the movie shirt I used to wear. And there it is, the Popcorn Planet face mask. So if you want to go to the theater to see Unhinged this weekend, please do it safely. Respect your fellow moviegoers so we all can sort of enjoy the theaters together and pick up a Popcorn Planet face mask. Waha! Pretty cool. See, good opportunity to plug this. Now, look. Obviously, whether you go to the movies or not is your own personal decision. I'm not here to tell you whether you should or not. I'm just here to review this movie. And look, I like the movie. I did like the movie. I got to watch it at home. The studio was nice enough to send me a digital copy so I could review it earlier. Would I have gone? I might have. I might have gone depending how crowded it was. I would have had my mask. I would not have eaten. Regardless, even if whatever you feel, the ideas of just eating popcorn loudly and that. It's not my scene anymore. If I go to the movies, it's not going to be for food. But I may have gone if the theater was not too crowded and I had my mask on. I probably would have gone and seen this movie. It's not too long. It's a nice, tight, I think just under 2-hour movie. And again, the reason I enjoyed it so much was because it felt like a lost movie from the 90s. 90s action is a genre I feel like we've lost. I can't think of too many. I mean, John Wick, I guess, is the closest, but even that feels a little bit more higher end. But the ones that come closest to me are like the Fallen movies, which I don't know if you guys have seen, but I've been a fan of all of those, all three Gerard Butler Fallen movies. Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, which is probably the weakest, but still silly fun. And then Angel Has Fallen came out of nowhere, sort of a fugitive knockoff. That's really fantastic. Nick Nolte in that movie. Oh my God, he's great. It's a wonderful, like straight out of the 90s action film. Check out Angel Has Fallen. I think it's still on Netflix as I record this. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out. But if you're a fan of those types of movies, this one falls right in line. But instead of having sort of the action hero, it's more of the revenge movie. The film focuses on Russell Crowe, who gets a lot of flack because he's looking a little bit more, how do I say, rotund. I don't even mean to shame him. I think he still looks good, handsome gentleman. But yeah, he's a little portlier than usual. But if anything, like I thought you do notice it, especially when he gets up. Like he clearly added some pounds to a role because I'm used to seeing him so like Maximus. But what's interesting is like he looks just like a weird, random, schlubby, crazy looking guy. It adds to the creepiness in a weird way because it makes him seem more unexpected and different. And I actually enjoyed. I'm glad that he sort of kept the weight on to do this sort of in between movie because he's truly unhinged. And the truth is, why wouldn't he be? Like, overweight people are usually not in movies. So for him to be able to, I don't know why I'm making such a point. My point is, it does add to the character. It adds to like texture where you're like, well, yeah, Russell Crowe is weird in this movie. There's something off about him, something different about him. And I enjoyed this role. The movie is about him as a driver. He's having a bad day. I don't want to spoil. Let's just say he's having a bad day, okay? He's having a bad day. He's sitting in traffic, and then he rolls up next to this woman, a young mother going through a divorce, trouble with money, clearly also having a very bad day, week, month, whatever you want to call it. And they are somehow parked next to each other. They're behind each other at a light. And he zones out and isn't moving when the light turns green. And she's in a hurry to get her son to school. It's really interesting because you get sort of both reasons as to like, okay, well, clearly she has a reason to be somewhere. She's trying her damnedest to wait at this light. This guy's not moving. She honks to try and get attention. Does it again. He doesn't move. She annoyingly goes around, honks at it again. I've done it. I'm sure a lot of you out there have done it. Like, what's going on? I'm like, I got to get somewhere. I tried. Please, come on. When you're on the road, you got to pay attention. And so that's sort of how they play it. He then pulls up beside next to her. He's clearly annoyed and perturbed that she didn't give him a courtesy tap, bump, 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 instead. And then proceeds to apologize and say, you know what, I was zoned out. Sorry about that. You're sorry too, right? And at that point, she sort of refuses to give in and is sort of annoyed. This guy's like sort of hassling her and her son next to each other because the window gets stuck is how they justify it. And, uncomfortably, she refuses. Then she sort of turns around like, no, I'm not going to apologize. I didn't do anything wrong. Have a good day. And she sort of, tries to leave. And then that's when he goes, oh, well, you don't know what a bad day looks like. You're about to find out. And that sort of sets the tone for what you're in for this movie. And what I liked about this movie is it does deliver on what he promises. This movie could have been sort of a safe, not really doing too much, about pushing the violence or the action. But no, it goes there. It goes there. And he's a movie called Unhinged. You want and expect Russell Crowe to get unhinged, and they deliver. So you're either, I think I was watching with my girlfriend, and she was one audience member where she just kept disturbed by the violence, whereas I, a 90s kid used to this sort of movie, knowing it's all fake and fun, I'm more like, oh, damn, yeah, like it's delivering what I sort of signed up for. So you're either, gonna be disturbed by it or entertained by it because it's a movie. But I love these sort of 90s revenge action movies because it delivers what you want. And Russell Crowe is a maniac in this movie, and it's just a fun performance to watch him do that. And then also the woman is Karen Pistorius, who I hadn't seen before. She was in Mortal Engines, is sort of the biggest role, and she's done some TV. Wasn't familiar with her, but a good role for her. I liked her a lot. And then Jimmy Simpson from Westworld plays a friend of hers. There's not really much of other cast. She has a son and a brother, but it's mostly really in the car, them chasing each other, keeping it sort of, low budget, but not. There's some big stunts and things that happen that I'm like, all right, no. This is a big theatrical sort of action movie. Look, it's like the perfect movie to release right now. So many people stuck at home, filled with rage, some road rage, whatever it is. We're just sort of frustrated. That makes it extra relatable and scarier because you realize, man, I got to be nice out there. I can't let a bad day make me say something inappropriate potentially or just angry to someone because they might be having even worse of a day and they could snap and then things could go crazy. So it is legitimately an interesting lesson you get at the end of the movie of like, we got to really be excellent to each other. And we got to try to be more respectful and understanding that we're all going through this right now. That's why I think it's important to wear these. Whether you want to believe whatever you want to believe, this isn't for a muzzle, as some people call it. This just makes other people feel safe and respected. And that's what I like about it. So if you're going to go see the movie, please do it safely. Be prepared for what you're seeing, which is what they're advertising. Russell Crowe Unhinged in pure 90s action and violence, which I was a fan of. Curious, are you guys going to go see the movie? I don't want to spoil too much about it. That's it. Go check it out. If you have seen the movie, I think it opened in Canada and some other places already. It opens up Friday here in the States. If you have seen the movie, let me know what you thought down below. Or if you're on the fence, are you thinking about going? Will you go to the theater? Or are you going to wait for this to drop on VOD, which I'm sure it will at some point? Leave all those comments down below or hit me up on social media if you have any other comments or stories out there you want me to cover. It's Tuesday night. That means we're live 9 p.m. for Change Our Mind with Jody. So come on back. Check us out. We'll see you there. In the meanwhile, watch some of these and subscribe. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.